Man, look at that. I'm just butchering everything today. No intro or anything either. Just a cold open. Can you believe it's been 2 weeks since we streamed last? You'd think it'd been 2 years since I did this. Welcome into Intentional Lounging, brought to you by Better and Green. Guys, I got a little bit of a housekeeping before we get started today. Hey, playoffs are here. Playoffs are here. The season went unlike I think anybody was expecting it to go. We got some good games to talk about today. Horrible, devastating news for Better and Green and Intentional Lounging, though. We almost all went 500 or more on the season, except me. I fell 3 short. 133 and 136, so close. Ethan, you improved by 2 from last year. 142 and 127.
Okay.
Very, very nice record. Wyatt won the regular season, and I don't know if you outperformed by 20, but you blew your record away from last year, 146 and 123.
Okay. That's fantastic news. I wish my actual bets were that good.
How are you guys feeling? I feel decent about the wild card. How do you guys feel going forward? And now that you guys know exactly how the regular season shook out for you.
Yeah, I feel, last week was just tough to get all 3 of us on record with holidays and travel, and Wyatt was coming back from Michigan. So Ben ended up just being you and I feel way better about this week than I did last.
Yeah.
That was a brutal card to break down. But yeah, glad that, Wyatt and I over 500. Ben, you're right there basically at 500, but we still have all the playoffs to get all 3 of us up and over.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, feeling a lot better this week than I was last week.
Yeah, I'm excited that the regular season is over. The last couple of weeks of the regular season are really tough to bet, just not knowing who's in and who's out playing wise. So yeah, really excited for the playoffs to get going, and they're tricky games. Tricky games we're about to talk about, but I'm excited to at least watch them. I think we're going to, hopefully we can get some winning bets to go along with that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Guys, if you guys are ready, I think I'm just going to get into the games. The first one, unfortunately, is the one that's probably going to be the easiest to break down, at least I think sidewise it's easy. We got the Los Angeles Rams at the Carolina Panthers. Welcome back to the playoffs, Carolina. Panthers are 10.5-point home dogs, over-under set at 46.5. I teased this game with LA because I don't see how they don't win by 4.5 at least. So I like the Rams here, even at the minus 10.5. We just saw them almost beat Arizona by 20. Also, horrible week to be a head coach in the NFL. I mean, it always is, but some big names too. Gannon gone, Stefanski gone, Harbaugh gone. I'm going to take the season team. Stafford coming off I think if I remember it right, we have some little chatter in the Better and Green community of a Stafford for MVP pick going on. So I like Stafford. I definitely like McVay. And I don't trust this Panthers team yet. They got in, which is a huge testament to how far they came just from last year. So give me the Rams minus the 10.5. Wyatt, what do you think? Is the number too big for your Cats?
It's a big number. It's a really big number. And I know Carolina is not a playoff team. They just got lucky being in the worst division of football. Didn't even win the last game of the year where they kind of needed to win. They needed help with the Falcons there. So I think they're happy to be there. But God, that's a lot of points for a playoff game. And the Rams are going to win. Let's not doubt ourselves here. But are they going to cover the 10.5? That's the question. I'm going to take a shot. I hate it, but I think the Rams are going to get done. I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game. Rams get in, get out. They are obviously a long travel, but I think it's a great game for the Rams to kind of get back on track and prepare for a deep playoff run like I think they're going to. So I'm going to take a shot on LA on the spread here.
Yeah, I like LA here. Probably not going to find me laying double digits in the playoffs, but Rams are the only way you could look. Rams already played in Carolina this year. Carolina beat them outright.
Right.
I know I at least liked Carolina in that game. Not sure how the cards fell for you guys in that one, but that was just a terrible spot for LA. They were coming off wins on the road against San Francisco, at home against Seattle, Sunday night game against Tampa, traveling to Carolina, a 1 a.m. Eastern start time, for that game, and then they had a road game against divisional Arizona on deck after that. So spot was horrible for the Rams. They got caught. Now, yes, they have to travel cross country again, but it's a little bit later, 4:30 Eastern. So not 10 a.m. their time, kickoff. It's going to be more of a reasonable time for them. Spot obviously is no bad spot. You're in the playoffs now. You're playing a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Just a way, way better team. Yeah, they're the 5th seed in the NFC. I don't think anyone's going to argue that they could easily be the 1 seed. I think they have the second best Super Bowl odds out of any team, AFC or NFC, behind Seattle. So, markets are still telling you this is a top 2 or 3 team. Panthers just happy to be here, lucky to be here. Ended their season with limping in. They beat the Rams and then went into their bye week, only won 1 of their final 4 games down the stretch, losses to the Saints, Seahawks, and Bucks, and then that win to the Bucks. This team's not any good. They just lucked out. Soft division. Only way I could look is laying the points with LA.
Guys, I don't know what happened. I literally have to go puke real quick.
Oh shit!
I'll be literally like 2 seconds.
Okay. He looked. His color looked a little different.
Really?
When he started talking again, at least on my end.
Okay.
Hey,
I thought he was pulling a bit.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's gonna come back with something. But maybe it's because the season's over for his Panthers, his Cats, bro.
He couldn't handle it.
He couldn't handle
them. Even though he also picked against them, he just
he knows the end is near. When all 3 of us are on the other side, it's foregone conclusion.
Man, oh man, poor guy.
Let's talk about this next game because we've got plenty to say, and he'll probably be back before then, and he'll know exactly where to jump in for this game. We're going to talk about that other Saturday game. This is going to be the Packers at the Chicago Bears. There's a couple games that Vegas doesn't know what to do here, and this is one of them. They put the Bears at plus 1.5. Yeah, I mean, plus minus 1.5 doesn't really matter. You'd rather get the points, but I mean, come on, that's not helping you very much. Over under set at 45.5. And I'll send it to you first. I'm so hesitant about this game, but at the same time, I think if Love is back, I don't think the Bears are going to go from what they were last year to winning multiple playoff games this year. Like I'm seeing in some circles.
Yeah. Both these teams just limping into the playoffs. Packers 4 straight losses. Bears with 2 straight losses, although, Packers benched everybody against the Vikings last week. Bears didn't bench everybody, but they'll tell you now that they lost that they probably didn't really care that much, which they didn't. But for personnel reasons, Ben Johnson versus Dan, they cared. You know where I'm going here, though. I'm on the Packers all day. It's probably my favorite play of the wild card, to be honest with you. And I'll say this. I was wrong on the Bears coming into the season. Thought they were going to be like a 5 or 6 win team and, basically complete ass again. They're not complete ass. They're much improved. Ben Johnson is the truth. I'm actually becoming a Caleb Williams guy. I've actually liked some of the interviews I've heard with him. His play on the field has drastically gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm still a Bears hater, but they proved me wrong. They're definitely better than where they were. I'm going to have to stop this quick just to get an update. Okay.
Dude, I don't know what happened. I just ran and I puked all over the carpet.
Oh, no.
Oh my God. I have no idea. Anyways.
It's all that negative God. Panthers talk.
Dude, that was the craziest thing I've ever freaking witnessed in my life. Oh, that's why we do it over here at Better and Green. We do it different over here.
If you have to go again, just get up and go. Don't
yeah.
Oh my, I've never just puked on command like that in my life.
When did that hit you? How deep into my breakdown?
It was like during mine. Like something just like I have no idea. I'm like sweating bullets. Anyways, apologies, guys. The one time we go streaming is the one time I have to leave mid-set here. So I apologize. Something's going around, I swear to God. But I feel better now. Got it out.
Bro, we don't throw up on camera on this show.
Yeah. Well, I already spilled yolk all over my computer. So
All right, so I got to find a way to puke now.
Yeah, you do.
All right. Tuesday was probably my chance at it last week, but
welcome to the one chip challenge, guys.
Yeah.
Still got that box sitting right there.
Oh man. Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
All right, good. You're good. Yeah, we start breaking down the next game. So I am basically, I'll fill you in on what you missed. I said I was wrong on the Bears. They're better than what I gave them credit for, but they're still not that good. Is basically where I was at. Packers are my favorite play of the wild card, I believe, at this point, at least as of filming. They're just the better team. They're the more playoff ready team. They're the more playoff experienced team. I was just kind of thinking about it. I knew this line would open up right about a pick 'em. These teams split on the year, although Green Bay should have easily won both of those games. But I was just kind of thinking, which coach would I take right now in a playoff game? 2-3 years from now, Ben Johnson probably, but right now it's Matt LaFleur. Which quarterback would I take? Right now it's Jordan Love. Which defense would I take? Right now it'd be Green Bay. So if I'm getting the better coach, better quarterback, better defense, I'm there all day. It doesn't bother me whatsoever that's in Chicago because weather is incredibly similar to Green Bay, both outdoors. Very comfortable playing in Chicago. Obviously, they do it once a year. And I think that was actually the game they won. Was that in Chicago? No, it was not. Should have won in Chicago. Couldn't recover that onside kick. So, yeah, I like Green Bay a lot. I think they're just – I know they're the 7 seed against the 2 seed. Green Bay is the better team, in my opinion. Like I said, better coach, better quarterback, better defense. I like Green Bay to win and send the somewhat fraudulent Bears packing.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say we're wrong on the Bears. Obviously, we were wrong in them not making the playoffs. We were wrong on them not winning the NFC North. Fantastic year. I mean, what a turnaround that Ben Johnson's had. But I mean, how many fourth quarter comebacks is this team going to have? I mean, they can't keep getting away with this. Cue the meme. But it's just like, I don't know. I'm just not sold on them. There's a couple other teams I'm just not super sold on these playoffs. And like I've said, I've lost a lot of money betting against the Bears and a couple other teams we're about to talk about. But I'm going to have to, once again, giving Green Bay in this game. I agree with Ethan. It's up there for one of my more confident plays of the week in Wildcard weekend. I think Green Bay gets it done. I know it's at Chicago, but Green Bay's, like Ethan said, the much better team with the coaching, the quarterback, the defense. I think this is Green Bay all day. So give me the Packers, and hopefully I'm finally right on a bad Chicago Bears team or Chicago Bears take. They're an okay team that just got swept by the Lions, but whatever.
Yeah. I got to start by saying that what a horrible take by you, Ethan. Just clowning on the Bears. I mean, I told you guys how bad the Seahawks were going to be, and you don't see them playing this week.
Yeah. There's not a 1 next to their name.
Right. Right. Number 1 in the ass.
Pick, right?
Yeah. I have nowhere near the confidence that you guys have, but I'm also on Green Bay. I love what Ethan said. It's something I've been saying for years. If you take especially in the playoffs, you take the better coach, the better quarterback, and you threw in the better defense too. 99% of the time, that team's going to get the win. So the Chiefs just went to 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls. Who's the best quarterback and coach over there? Josh Allen, I know that one's close, but I wouldn't put Sean McDermott anywhere by Andy Reid. That stuff matters. Coaching really matters in the playoffs. Also, that overtime loss, Packers should have won that game. Being just straight up. Chicago found a way to come back, get the win. I think that kind of I think rubbing them the wrong way is the wrong word, but it definitely left a bad taste in their mouth, and they get that lick back in the first week of the playoffs. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good motivating factor for them. So, starting off, two rounds, everybody agreeing the Rams and Packers for the Saturday games.
Let's go.
I gotta say too, for what it's worth, I think this is the best draw Chicago could have gotten, but I think they would have. Well, we'll see what happens, but I would have bet against them all 3 potential matchups they could have had, which would have been San Fran or LA.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Guys, Sunday, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another one Vegas has no idea what to do with. Jags are 1.5 point home dogs. Over-under set at 51.5. I believe, Yeah, that's the highest total of the first round of the playoffs. So, I mean, it feels wrong not to send it to the man in the Bills jersey to get this kicked off.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this game, and I've had a lot of bad takes this year. Mainly on the Bears, the Steelers have really bent me over. Seahawks with you, Ben, Cardinals.
Man,
I just haven't had the best takes. In college football, I said there were 3 teams that could win the championship, and none of those 3 teams are still playing.
I had futures on all of them. Also, I'm with you. Dude. It's been a bad year.
it's future wise has not been good. But I'm gonna throw out another one. In my opinion, the only AFC team that could win the Super Bowl is Buffalo. Not saying that other teams can't make it, but I think the only team that can actually win the Super Bowl this season is Buffalo from the AFC. And I don't know if they're even going to win this week. I don't know if they're even going to make the Super Bowl. I just don't think. I think if they get out, the NFC will win the Super Bowl. That being said, I don't love Buffalo this week at all. I'm going to trust that Josh Allen's going to find a way to win. I just think, everyone knows, they know that their kryptonites are out of the playoffs, and this is their best shot at it. They haven't won a playoff road game in 33 years. At least they get good weather to go play down in Jacksonville. They're not going to Arrowhead. They're not going to Baltimore, Cincinnati, or anywhere like that. So I don't think that's as big of a issue as what maybe it has been in the past. Obviously, they're not meeting up with Mahomes or Lamar. Like, Trevor's good, but he's not those guys. He's not the coaching that those guys have, or I guess had with Harbaugh. I'm just going to trust Buffalo, and I know I'm on the square side. I know Buffalo is going to be the public play of the week. Jacksonville is going to be the sharp side. I already know that's going to happen. Don't really blame people for taking Jacksonville. I don't think I'll have money on Buffalo. In my head, like I said, I think they're the only team in the AFC that has a shot to win the Super Bowl. And I just don't necessarily see them losing in Wildcard weekend. So I'll take a stab with Buffalo. But like I said, I know I'm on the square side, and I'll just eat that if it blows up in my face.
I could not agree with what you said more. I really, like you said, can you imagine, like, just when you're thinking in your head, can you imagine Trevor Lawrence lifting the Super Bowl trophy? Can you imagine Bo Nix? I mean, even the Patriots, I think, are probably my second guess, but like, I don't think they can make it there. And really the only team, like Ethan said, is Buffalo, in my opinion. So it only makes sense, since I also unloaded on Buffalo futures right when the playoffs came out. Only makes sense for my team to get knocked out in the first round. So I'm going to save face here, and I'm going to take Jacksonville, just in case my takes on Buffalo go so sour, like they not on Buffalo, but my takes have been pretty bad as of late. So fishy line. I do agree Jacksonville's probably the sharp side. Buffalo's going to get a lot of public money. I think Buffalo is a much better team. I'm not sold on Jacksonville at all, but just seems right for me to go out on a limb, not even out on a limb, but just go out with confidence saying, I don't think any other team besides Buffalo from the AFC can make the Super Bowl. So it just seems fitting that Jacksonville knocks them out in round 1. So I'll take a stab on Jacksonville, but I'll be rooting heavily for Buffalo in this game.
I wish I knew how to do magic or something, because this would be a great transition thing for me. I feel like this week, and you guys kind of said it perfectly. I feel like it's look at this hand while the trick's going on over here. I feel like you guys said it. None of the major quarterbacks are in it this year. The obstacles seem less. It just feels like it's Josh's year, which really makes me feel like they might get knocked out. I love Josh Allen. My wife has more Josh Allen memorabilia than I would care to share on the show, but he did this rookie show when he was drafted, and he had where they have to paint the logo of the team that they're drafted to from memory, and it looked like a baked potato with legs. She's got a sweatshirt of that. So I love Josh Allen. My biggest qualm with Buffalo is Sean McDermott. You're a defensive head coach, and you've got the 31st ranked rush defense. It's just not good enough. And there's a couple things, especially in the playoffs, he just makes bad decisions, and it bites him every time. The easy scapegoat is the Flags and the Chiefs. So the Chiefs aren't there to be the scapegoat this year. You're going to have to look in the mirror at yourself, and I have a bad feeling about this one. I definitely think Jacksonville wins this one. I might have placed it already. I just feel like Jacksonville, also very hot team right now. Trevor's been playing better than he has at any other point in his career. ETN's played great. This team is actually pretty freaking healthy right now. I mean, BTJ's back better, at least. than he was like mid-season. They got Jacoby Myers playing good. Brenton Strange, he's healthy. I think there's too much going on. And like Ethan was saying too, public loves Buffalo because they're such an easy team to root for. But I think that Vegas is playing that sleight of hand for the other side.
Ben, I was looking for it. I couldn't find it right off rip, but I have a sticker of that, and I had no idea that Josh Allen drew that. So I appreciate your. I was like, it was like a group of stickers that I got. I'm like, why is this in here? Like, is this a children's hospital like drawing thing?
They get like they do it every year for the like big name rookies. They get like 1 minute to paint it.
Okay,
so he's just like really quick, like throwing it together. They all look like garbage, but his just turned out so funny looking.
It's a tough logo to draw, especially if it's like in your head.
It is.
Yeah.
I also will say if Jags get down 27-0 in this game, it's not over.
You're right. Absolutely right. This is like the game. Try not to be the Chargers game of the year right here. Both teams, you can feel it coming for either one of them.
Oh, yeah.
We got Noah. He says Jaguars kind of on fire right now. They absolutely are, man.
They are.
They are.
All right, let's head to the NFC now. 3:30 game is the 49ers versus the Eagles. Eagles are 4.5-point home favorites. Over-under set at 44.5. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang, man. This might be the toughest one in my opinion. This one right here, but I like Sanford. Once again, it's going to come down to the coaching. We saw the Eagles kind of implode after the last time of the Super Bowl. I think they made the playoffs and then got knocked out round one. I could see that happening again here. San Fran had to play, the Rams twice, the Seahawks twice. You can't say they're not battle-tested. You're getting the Eagles that are coming off of 2 games versus Washington, who was incredibly bad this year with all their injuries. Giants, 2 games, incredibly bad this year. And then you get 2 games against Dallas, who was all gas, no brakes, no defense there at all. Eagles have definitely, that offense is hurt at times this year. I think the Niners can get it done. What do you think, Wyatt?
Yeah, me and Ethan were talking about this when we were filming our college football show, and it seems like San Fran is a sharp side, and this line is drastically moving towards Philly. So I'm having some trouble. You can tell by the words not coming out of my mouth here. I'm having some trouble with this game, a lot of trouble with this game. There's also, I feel like a chunk of fucking vomit in the back of my throat. I can freaking taste it. I'm going to go with San Fran. I think you're definitely getting some value on San Fran now with the line keep going up. Obviously, that's worrisome. But San Fran looked like ass in that season finale where they could have been the number 1 seed. Absolutely put up a stinker of a game. So I think people might be eager to jump on Philly. Maybe the public is. Like I said, that line movement is really throwing me a curveball here. But I think San Fran's going to get it done outright. So I'll take them on the spread. But like I said, I'm really struggling to find where the sharp is, why the line's going so up in Philly. In Philly's advantage is the San Fran and people out. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to take San Fran. Like I said, I think they're going to win the game outright. Obviously, the line movement, I'm going to keep repeating that, is very worrisome to me. So not a whole lot of help. Not one of my favorite games. I'll be rooting for San Fran.
Wyatt, you reminded me there trying to get your words out of Jameis Winston when he's like, yeah, just pain. Pain everywhere. I'm in the same boat, and this feels like Buffalo to me. I think Niners are going to end up being the public side. I think Philly is going to be sharp, but I just don't see it, so I can't agree with that. I have to go San Fran here. I think San Fran's very live to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, they had a stinker of a game against Seattle, but they weren't really, to me, that was very similar to the Big Ten championship game where it was 2 very good teams. Didn't really mean much outside of seeding, which is not much of a motivator.
Motivator?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Motivator?
Motivator, what?
What's he talking about?
But yeah, I just don't put too much stock into that. Loss for the Niners and just not bought in on the Eagles really at all. I think the big storyline here, potential for the line move, is Lane Johnson is back for Philly. Trent Williams unlikely to play for San Fran. So obviously to a major addition for Philly, major subtraction for San Francisco. They were without him against Seattle, and that didn't go well for them. Also, I think Ricky Pearsall is likely not to play as well. So, a couple issues there with the 49ers, but I think the 49ers are the better team. I know this was years ago. It's hard to call this a revenge spot, but last time we saw these two teams play with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line, I believe Deebo Samuel finished the game at quarterback because Brock was out. Jimmy Garoppolo was out. He was the starter that season. So I think there's a little bit there, at least for Brock, probably for George Kittle, McCaffrey, some of the guys that were on that team. I think this could be a touch of a revenge spot now that they're healthy. Looking at Philly's schedule, the only playoff teams they've beaten this year, they beat the Rams on that fluke blocked field goal return for a touchdown. And they had a massive comeback to win that game. They beat Green Bay by 3 points in what was a pretty ugly game. I think Green Bay was probably the right side there. They just couldn't get it done. And then they beat Buffalo by a point. So I just don't know. I'm not bought in on the Eagles. Like I said, I think they're going to be the sharp side when it's all said and done, but I got to go San Fran here, and I'll be rooting for San Fran.
We got Noah saying that's a coin flip for sure. Eagles defense is incredibly tough. If 49ers can manage to put up 24 points, I think they win. That's true. Right now, you can get A.J. Brown to be shown reading on the sidelines at plus 150. Actually, do you guys know how Kalshi works? I've not downloaded that. It seems so scammy to me.
Dude, from my understanding,
Trading.
It's just like cashing out. It's just like you place your bet, and then if you stop liking it, you just like sell it. AKA you cash out, I think. But yeah, it's a little sketch. I'm not getting involved.
I did see the infinite money glitch to bet Jesus to return by 2027, or not Jesus not return by 2027. He's either coming back and you don't need it anymore, or you're cashing out.
True.
Infinite money glitch. All right, next up, we got the LA Chargers versus the New England Patriots. Patriots 3.5 point home favorites, over under set at 46.5. The last Harbaugh coaching right now. What do you think, Wyatt? These are kind of like your teams right here.
Yeah. I was on New England's team wins on the over, which was really nice. It should have hit with a very easy schedule that they had. Definitely was a little worrisome when they lost week 1 to the Raiders. People forget about that one. But New England's in the same category to me as Chicago. I think Chicago is a little bit more fraudulent, just with so many fourth quarter comebacks. But New England's had like the easiest schedule known to man, like in existence of the NFL. So yeah, they have looked phenomenal against the bottom feeders of the league. I know they have a decent win against Buffalo. They beat someone else that's okay, but I don't see it here. So I'm going to call for the Chargers here. I'm going to call for the Chargers outright on the upset. I like them obviously on the spread, but I think this is a game they kind of catch New England off guard, maybe feeling a little happy and proud of themselves for making the playoffs as a 2 seed. And the Chargers, it's honestly kind of amazing what the Chargers are doing with one of the worst offensive lines in the league. Not supposed to be. They have had so many injuries on the offensive line, but this offensive line ranks at the bottom in pretty much every category known to man that you can have in offensive lineman stats. And they are still a very quality playoff team. So I'm going to go with the Chargers here. I think they can get it done. And it's more of me just not being sold on New England at all against quality teams. So give me Chargers here.
Yeah, this one's the toughest of Wildcard weekend, in my opinion. And Wyatt and I kind of talked about it this morning as well, but I'm going to lean with New England here. And I just think the Chargers are a year or two early. I think they really need Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt before they can really compete in the postseason. I like the spot for New England. Obviously, a team with a ton of history, a team that was the dynasty before Brady moved on and before Mahomes became who he was. But it's a fan base that's still very strong, that's been starved of home playoff games over the last few years. Now they get one. You're getting a West Coast team playing in the warmth, now having to travel all across the country to Meadowlands. Foxborough.
Foxborough, yep.
Foxborough, okay. traveling to New England, playing cold environment team, like I said, all the way across the country. It's a night game. I think that crowd's going to be strong. While I do agree that the Patriots are similar to the Bears, I do think they're a better version. They've had a coach that has had playoff success, an organization that has had plenty of playoff success. I like Drake May as of right now more than I like Caleb, although I do think Caleb is up and coming. But yeah, I just think the Chargers are a little too banged up on the O-line for me to take them here. Like I said, I think we're a year or two early on them. I think next year, if that O-line stays healthy, they are incredibly live to make a deep playoff run. That will be my first future bet for next season will be on the Chargers to win the Super Bowl. But I think it's a year early. I like New England in this game, minus the points.
I love Tony Jefferson running off the field saying, like, that team's ass. I don't care that they won. That Broncos team's terrible. I like both these teams. But Wyatt, I just want to get your opinion on this that I saw today. I sent it to Ethan earlier, but I want to get your thoughts, see if that changes your mind. It's a picture of Drake May that says, first one to ever do it.
Okay. First one to do what? Have the easiest schedule?
It's the first one to ever do it.
Okay.
They cherry picked a couple stats.
Did
I guess
Ethan also say New England starved for the? I mean, this team has what 15 freaking Super Bowls in the 21st century.
It's not enough. When was the last home playoff game? Pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, woe is me, Patriots fans.
Yeah. This game's a tough one for me too, because I could see, especially you're getting that 3.5. So you're getting the hook, you're getting the field goal with the Chargers. But Ethan touched on it, the Vrabel factor. I mean, that man's been to the AFC Championship game. They were supposed to beat the Chiefs, the Titans, and Derrick Henry looked unstoppable, man. Like, he's had quite a bit of postseason success, and that's what worries me here. And with that Chargers team, once again, being as banged up as they are, it just makes me nervous. Can they win outright? I absolutely think they can. Plus 3.5. That might be the smart bet, but I just feel like New England, they're not like the number 2 seed, unbeatable team that is just out of this world. And I love that you guys said about the Bills being the only team that can actually win the Super Bowl. I think I'm going to actually place a bet on just champion to be from the NFC. Yeah. I like those futures. I actually like that bet quite a bit. The more we've been talking here. Give me the Patriots. The Patriots minus the 3.5. I could see myself regretting that one, but like he said, we have to do for this year, for this game, it's probably not going to be now for the Chargers. I mean, also, we got to think about all the phone calls that their head coach is having to take, man. Got a sad brother going on. Got to be a shoulder to cry on. Yeah, exactly. He's got some distractions at home.
Yeah. But John played the Patriots. Maybe John's telling Jim all he needs to know. Just played like 3 weeks ago. Not that it went well for John, but
he's got nothing but time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that last game, the Monday night game. We got the Texans versus the Steelers. Steelers 3-point home underdogs. Over-under set at 39.5. I know they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but I feel like the Texans could get there, man. I feel like I don't want to be that guy. I think CJ Stroud can read advanced books now. I think he's reading chapter books at this point. He's moved on past the one sentence pages. Man, this Texans defense is really good. I think they could represent the AFC. I really do. I think they're that good. Give me the Texans minus the 3. I think they win this one handily. And night, Mr. Rogers. Let's see what team you're on next year. What do you think, Ethan?
I want to know what you think I think.
I think I know that you're going to be on the Texans.
All right, I'll be on the Texans.
Twisted your arm there, huh?
Tyler Loop should have saved that kick last week. Shouldn't have even kicked it. Should have just flown to my house and kicked me right in the nuts, because that's basically what that felt like. Did I see he's gone, or was that a fake post? Have you guys seen? Did he get cut?
I don't think I saw anything about that.
Okay. I would have thought it was a little over dramatic to cut him for it, but yeah, that was really tough. But yeah, I'm on the Texans here, dude. Steelers are. Again, I was kind of wrong on the Bears. I was not wrong on the Steelers. This team is not good. I went back through their schedule. Of their 10 wins, 7 of them were incredibly lucky. They got outplayed and still won, including against the Jets, all the way back in week 1.
Oh my God.
Just a very fluky season for Pittsburgh. Their defense is not good. Their coach is not very good anymore. Quarterback's not very good. Their weapons are not very good, especially without Washington. I think DK's back. I think he was just suspended, if I remember correctly, for those last few games. So, okay, yeah. I mean, that helps. DK is a good player. Don't get me wrong. But, I agree with you, Ben. I think Houston could very well represent the AFC. I don't think they can win a Super Bowl. But they're a team that's,
they're good.
Kind of what I've been saying this whole time is you don't just get there. You work, you get into the playoffs, and then you fail. Then you get back into the playoffs, maybe win one more game, and then you fail. And this team's done that. Ever since C.J. Stroud's been their quarterback, they've made the playoffs. They've gotten at least one playoff win, if not even 2 or 3. So I could definitely see that. They have the best defense probably in the NFL right now. Offensively, a little bit of a struggle. Not much of a run game. O-line's not fantastic, but Nico Collins is incredible. Some of those other receivers are really helping out. So, yeah, if it's not Buffalo, I think the Texans are my favorite team to get there. And Steelers, I don't mean any malice towards Steelers fans. I really don't. I'm just against this team. I just don't think they're good. And they're not good. And I think it shows here. I think Houston holds them to 10, 13 points. I think Houston wins big.
Looks like I'm going to be the odd man out here. I did like the Steelers.
Feel that coming.
Did like the Steelers preseason here. One
Yeah,
of the
you
few.
did.
I think I called them for them to win the AFC.
You did.
North.
I think I told you
anyways.
you're wrong.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's like one of the few freaking takes I've had that's been profitable. Which I didn't bet. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Steelers here. I think this is a great matchup. Great first round matchup for the Steelers. I'm not sold on. I know you guys like the Texans. I'm not sold on the Texans. I know defense wins championships. I don't think their offense is good enough. Which obviously with the defense like theirs, they don't have to put up that many points. But I really don't think this team's very good. And I think this is a great poll for the Texans. This will be a low scoring game. I think the total's at like 38.5. But I could see like a 3-point game here, obviously with the spread being that number. But I think it's gonna be like 10-13. Steelers maybe pull it off with another game-winning field goal or Houston game-losing field goal like we saw with the Ravens here. But I think this is a great game for the Steelers to win outright and shock some people like they've been doing all season. And I agree. I don't think they're a fantastic team, but I'm just more not sold on the Texans. I don't think their offense is playoff caliber. And I know Pittsburgh's offense isn't fantastic, but with DK, with their run game going, the Steelers can actually put up some points. And I think they're going to do something special. And I think they're going to get it done against Houston. So I'm going to call outright, but I'll take them on the spread here.
Are you sprinkling any on the outright this year?
Oh, no.
No. Oh, no.
No, I might dabble Steelers on the spread if you can get that 3 or 3.5. But yeah, I probably won't be taking Steelers money line. I'm just going to call it out of my ass here.
Squad ride this week we got San Fran. Also, real quick, just clap it up for the squad ride. I mean, it went like 12-2 and 2, 12-3 and 2, something. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but not even close. Not even close. We killed it this year. Squad ride also notoriously bad.
Yeah.
3 years of hitting like around 50. Killed it this year. So right now we got the Rams, Green Bay, and San Fran for this week.
I like
Should we do the Browns?
The Browns.
The Browns made us some money, man.
Dude, let's just put the
my
Browns
God.
down and just see if people even comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit it again with the Browns in Wildcard weekend. So
Yeah.
just won another one.
We'll take the Browns in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I'm good with Rams or Packers. I'm a little unnervous with that line move on San Fran.
Yep.
Would you say, Wyatt? Which one was your pick?
I like the Packers, but I don't hate the Rams either.
If you like the Packers, then we'll go Packers.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm the
Come on, Chicago.
Browns. Okay. I can see where we're at here.
Make it make sense, Chicago. You're not good.
Not good.
If we followed the way that we have been doing the squad ride, we'd be on Panthers plus 10.5.
Yeah.
Panthers plus 10. It is 10.5. That's the side.
Yeah.
God, those cardiac cats, man.
Guys, these guys are just wrapping up a college bowl season. Real quick, if you guys have anything to say about that, I know you guys' record was good, but let the people know too. These guys are just finishing up. We got 2 games this week, I guess, and then won the championship round. Quick recap.
Yeah, we've been killing it, especially bowl season. I think prior to bowl season, me and Ethan were right around 500. I think I was a little bit above, but come bowl season, I have, not to toot my own horn, but I am 20 games above 500 right now. So really killing the bowl season. And we have 2 videos coming out tonight with the 2 semifinal games taking place on Thursday and Friday. So really excited about those. They're tricky games, but hopefully our records can continue to do pretty well. And I'm just happy to stop talking about bullshit bowl games and start talking more about these big playoff games. So excited for this weekend and then obviously excited for the national championship in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Wonderful. Ethan, you're doing the NBA bets right now too. You just had a video come out. You and me been doing the NHL one. 4-2 last night. How are things going over on your end, man?
Well, we'll bury Monday's video and had another one come out tonight, so we'll see. But myself on the year NBA 24-10, over 70%,
Nice.
up 15.5 units somewhere in there. So killing the NBA. For some reason, the videos have not been doing quite as good. But I feel like that's how that goes. We either kill the videos and then our own bets aren't so great, or we don't do so hot in the videos. Like college football, I don't know that I'm still over 500. I think I went 0-4 in the semis, or in the quarters. So yeah, I might be hovering right around 500, but my actual bets are good. I'm 5-3 in postseason, so nothing crazy, but winning. But yeah, I mean, full steam ahead for NBA, for NHL, for college basketball, which Wyatt and I will transition into once football is officially over. So good time to hop along and to follow us.
Absolutely. That's the reason I bring this up too, guys, because we have Wildcard weekend, divisional weekend, talking about 2 games for the conference championships, and then we're at the Super Bowl. So we're just about, Intentional Lounge is just about over. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we keep posting content year round. UFC is back, I believe, January 24th. So that's going to be coming up here soon. Me and Bobby will be back with that. And if you haven't checked out the new bettergreen.com, bettergreen, BETTOR green.com, you need to. Just straight up, there's plenty of games over there. Right now, we're giving away a signed Jamar Chase jersey to the winner of the playoff prediction group that we've got going on over there. Have to be a premium member to join and win. But guys, no better time than to join right now. We'll see you guys next week's episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
See you guys.